Namaste. I welcome you all to the video lecture series of DBMS. My name is Drashti Gardaria and I am professor at ICT Marwad University. Let me share my screen. Till now, we have seen different types of join, date function, group by, order by, in subquery, and types of simple select queries. We have also seen store procedure and trigger. If you have not seen that video, please visit that videos. Today we will see how the column constraint that we can set, as well as what is the indexing and how we can apply, as well as different types of null function that we will study in this video lecture. Now let me start with the constraint. When I say column constraint means, many time it will happen when we are inserting something, we are not providing null as well. If the user are not providing the null, what will the values the system will take is null. Fine. In that type of scenario where user are not providing any value, and if you want to provide some default value in specific column, that we can do with the help of default constraint. Fine. Let me give you the example. Consider we have one column stock amount. In that stock amount, we are storing the integer value. Okay, and in this integer value I want to set the default value as 0. If something is not provided from the user, we will consider stock amount as 0. Okay, this is one of the example where we can use any prerequisite value that we can set in our table. Right. Now what is the second is check condition. This different types of constraint we can set whenever some user try to insert a value in a table. Like consider here, if someone try to give a salary which are less than 20,000, then we want to create a check constraint that it is not allowed to store the value which are less than 20,000. Okay, so this is the way we have to use in a create query. Okay, this is the column name salary, integer is your data type. Now this is the keyword that you have to use, that is check. Okay, and in round bracket you can provide whatever the condition you want to apply on specific column. Here you can also see that it is value should be other column combination also you can provide in a check constraint. Right. Now what is indexing and what is null function? Now let me give you the idea about the null function. Okay, this is the value that I want to show you. Is null, if null, and coalesce is a different type of null function that you can use in your select query. Fine. Please make sure whatever we are using right now are for a data query language. We are not updating anything in our table. Okay, now what is null? Is null is same as is empty, is stop. It will provide a binary value 0 or 1. If the value are having a null value in that specific column, if you want to print a 1, you use is null, or you want to perform some action based on this value, that also you can use is null function. Fine. Now what is if null? This is null, this is if null. If null will use when you want to replace the null with specific string. Here I provide the string, but if you want to replace some integer value, then also you can provide. Whenever you find a null value at the time at that place, this alternate value should be substituted in our display result, but it will not affect your final table content. Okay, now what is coalesce? Coalesce means you want to compare to column. Okay, column 1 and column 2. What will happen? We ideally will look, if we try to display this thing, what will happen? The content is column 1, but whenever the column will have the null value, in that place column 2 will be used to display the result. Here also we can use a column 3. If column 1 and column 2 both are null, in that scenario you want to display a column 3. That is also possible with the help of coalesce. Fine. This is the overview of the null function. Now we have seen the DDL column constraint that we will see, default value and the check condition. Now what is indexing? Indexing is nothing but you are providing a different B tree on specific column. What are the advantage of indexing is, here you are not have to fetch all the data. You just have to search in specific column, and if you find appropriate column, then your pointer will redirect your flow to the original data. Okay, if you have a frequent query with the specific column, you can create in advance index of specific column that you are use most. Fine. Now here when you are using the indexing, something you also have to be in mind that these are the problem that you also have to consider. First of all, when you are doing the indexing is nothing but a different table they are storing in your different memory structure. As I say, B tree or your data structure. Yes, so other than table you are also storing a B tree. If you are not using frequently, then it will become extra burden to your memory. Fine. So consumer disk space is one of the disadvantage, as well as what is the second problem is slow down the write operation. Okay, whenever you want to do any insert, update, delete operation in your original table, at the time indexing will also, index table also get affected. Okay, so here you not only updating your table, you are also, the system will also update the index table. So it is a time taking, and that's why it will create an extra burden to the processor. Am I clear with this thing? So you should only create an index if benefited to the read operation, otherwise it will outweigh the cost of write operation. Okay, you will understand. Please read this line again. Now let me jump to the question that we will solve in this practical series. There are the questions that we will solve in this. What is the first question, what is second question, and what is third question? Now let me read for you. Let me create a space to write. Okay, I hope this is visible. Yes. Now this is the first question, that is retrieve the store key, city name. City name means the city that are the specific store which are loaded in which city. Given the manager detail if city name is null. Okay, this is the constraint they have provided. This is the question you have to solve. Fine. So in that they are saying if city name is null in specific store key, city are not been associated, then what you have to do, you have to provide the manager detail. Okay, this thing we have to check on every record. Okay, if any record don't have any city name in that place, you have to provide a manager value. Fine. Now what is the next is a calculate a column called safety status. Okay, now one column is store key, second column is your city name, and what is the last column name is your safety status. Now in the safety status, what are they expecting is this values. Okay, if the stock amount is exactly 50, use the perfect. This is the label we want to display whenever the store have the exact amount of 50 in their stock. What is this? Second condition, stock amount is null or less than 10. In that case, we want to put a status urgent, no data, or a low stock. Fine. Now what is the third condition is if the manager column is null. In that case, we want to also warn the message that no manager is there. Okay, in particular store we have not associated any manager. This is the message you want to display. These all are nothing but your safety status values, and if everything is not matched, what you have to provide is a nominal. Okay, this is the way we have to display all the store key information. Now how we can start? First of all, here you see many null keywords. So what do you mean by this? Here we use the null function. Okay, now you have to think which null function you use. Fine. Let me write the select query. First of all, select, I don't want everything, I want store key. Yes, I want store key. What else I require? I require a city name. Yes, but here city name have some constraint, that is if the city key is null, in that case only we have to display a manager. In last description I have explained three types of null function. Here I have mentioned in coalesce what will happen if the column name column 1 is null. In that case column 2 will be displayed, otherwise everywhere you have to display, you will get the value of column 1. It is similar to this scenario. Yes or no? I want city name in every place, but only where the city name is null I require a what you require? You require a manager detail. Now simply if I want to simplify this query, what can I do? I can use the, in place of city name I can use the city key. Now here the problem, I'm having an error, that's why they are not suggesting, but in your system it will be suggested. Fine. This is the function name, and what are the things that you have to pass? What is first column is your city key, and if city key is missing you require a manager detail. Okay, I think we have complete the second column too. Now what is the last column is? Here we have multiple condition. What do you think? When we have multiple condition, what we are using? We are using the case. Yes or no? So case when we use case, then when, and whatever the condition we are having right now. First condition is if my stock amount is exactly 50. It is very simple query. What you have to do? If the value is exactly 50, how can you check? First of all, your column name is stock. Fine. So stock is equal to 50. It will be single equal to 50. Then what you have to print is your perfect. Fine. Now this is the first condition, and now what is the second condition? Second condition says if the stock amount is null or less than 10. Now here we are having a two query with the or constraint. You know less than 10 is simple. How can you check the less than 10 or not? If stock is less than 10, it is the first condition. Now I require a or, and now this is important. How can you check stock amount is null or not? You have a if null is null function. Now let me use the is null. In a is null, what you have to write? You can provide the column name. What is the column name? That is stock. Yes. If the value are written is equal to 1, what do you mean? Your stock is null. So both of the condition, in whichever the condition you will find appropriate, what you have to print is, you have to print this message. What was the message is? Urgent. What is the message? These are the two condition that we are checking in this. And what else we have to do is we also have to consider if the manager column is null. How can you check manager column is null or not? Here, every time you don't require a function, you directly compare is null or not. Okay, this is the way you can use manager is null. If this is the case, if manager value is null, then what you have to print is this message. What was the message? Is warning, and your message is no. Now what are the else you have to do? Else, this is the message you have to print, no me null. Okay, now is this the end of your case? Yes. How can you end the case? With the help of end keyword. Fine. And now you want to label this as a safety status, yes or no? I think we have complete our query, or do we need to add something? This is the 3 column we have completed, and it will take the value from which table? Store table. Fine. Should I run this query? You have to read the error message, otherwise you will not get the idea. You have error in SQL syntax. Check the manual corresponding to the MySQL Server version in the right query near the question list number 5. Okay, here they are having a problem. The problem is we have to keep every line as a comment, otherwise they will not allow to execute this line. Let me try again. Now they are showing the 10 row are written in. Where is the result I am having? Yes, this is the result I am getting. Please look at the details that we are having. For simplicity, what I can do is I can add a star, because you also need to verify what was the city key and what was the manager value as well. Fine. Let me rerun again. Now what you can see is here you are getting the status normal, and in the line number 4, why you are having the status no data or low data? Because of the stock amount. We have a stock amount that is 4. 4 is less than 10. That's why these are the message we are getting. As well as what is the message in this? This is because of the 50 we are having a perfect label. Now here we have not any manager. That's why the message is warning no mail. Now what you happen? What will the case if your stock amount is less than 10 as well as we don't have a manager? In that case, what will you think? What will be the appropriate message that will come? Whatever the condition will meet first, that the only message you get in this result. Am I clear with this thing? Okay. Now this is the end of our first query. Please read this line and you try at your system. This is the way you can use a case. Fine. Now jump to the next topic, that is next query. There is a case where I can use /star, and this will club everything as your single message. Fine. So here I want to club everything inside this message. Okay, and here also I want to club everything. This is same as C++. Fine. This is the way you can comment multiple lines, and this is the normal practice in any company. You can see there are a less query you can see, but you can see more comments, because in comments they have to mention where this query has been created, by whom it has been created, what was the reason of creation, who altered the query, who will change the reason, and what was the exact reason, in which version you have to update it. Every detail are in their comments. So you will see greater comments and less queries in your final results. Fine. Whenever you company, anywhere you have to work, this is the scenarios. So get comfortable with this blue lines. Okay, now as I said, we have complete our first question. Now what is the second question? You have to read the second questions. Read the question. Don't think it is having a large description. It might be easier. When you have a less description, it might be a complex query. Okay, whenever everything is given, it become very easy to create your SQL query. Fine. Read line by line and try to create. Okay, what was the condition is write a single alter table statement to add a new column. They have also mentioned what is the column name is salary to the person table. Let me see, give you the idea what was the person table that we are having right now is this. Okay, after executing this line, this is the value that we are having. We have a name of person, we have date of birth, as well as we have a joining date of some person. Fine. And these are the constraint, or this is the types. We have not set any constraints, so everything is yes. So what do you mean by this? This means we can enter a null value in any field. Fine. And we have not set any key constraint, anything is not been given. Okay, now the thing is we have this person. Now the question says in the person table we also need to add a column with the name of salary, but some of the constraint that you have to follow. What first constraint is its type is integer. Okay, default value set to be 50,000. Okay, if user have not entered any value, 50,000 need to be added in the new record. Now the last constraint is ensure that no salary value can be less than or equal to 20,000. Okay, if someone try to add a value that is 10,000, then the query will say in this table you can only add the value which are greater than 20,000. Okay, If someone try to add a value that is less than or equal to 20,000, it is not allowed. Okay, now how you can add this type of constraint to the existing table? We already have this existing table. You can also see there are some records also. Select star from person. Let me show you the details. We have a 3 record in this table. Now you require one more column with the name of salary. Now you know the alter command. We have already seen alter command is used to modify as well as drop and the add new column. Fine. Let me use that thing. How can you use? You know the command alter table name. This is the line you have to follow. Okay, now whatever you want to do, I want to add, so add column. I want to add a new column, and what is the name of that column is salary. Now what is the data type of their salary is integer. Now they have provided that default value is what? Default value is our 50,000. So 50,000 I need to write. Now one more thing that you have to check is if someone have to provide some value that salary should not be less than or equal to 20,000. How can you do that part? With the help of check constraint. Okay, in check constraint you have to provide the condition in a round bracket. What is the condition right now? What is the condition right now? That salary should be greater than 20,000. Okay, you don't require cot. Okay, and here you have to provide a semicolon. Okay, this is the way you can phrase the first problem. 2.1 easy or not? It is easier to phrase. Yes. Now run this command. I think no error message, so it will be affected. Now read the second point, that is write a second alter table statement to add a new column with the name of gender. Now we have to add a new column with the name of gender to the person table that meet the following criteria. What was the first criteria is we have to set a data type as a single character. Okay, only one character need to be loaded in this column, and what are the values? M and F. Other than M and F is not allowed. This is the last constraint, and default constraint is capital M. Okay, how can I do this thing? Same as this, alter table person, add column. What are the name of my column is gender. What is the type of my column is? You can use the varchar as well as char, but right now we have only one value, so I'm using the char. Okay, this is the size, maximum size I can accommodate is only 1. Now what is the default value that you want to set is M. Okay, now what more anything you have to do is you have to provide a check constraint. Check constraint see that value is from the M or F. Nothing else you have to allow rather than M or F. How can you do this thing? You know the in operator. We have seen the in operator. In operator will give you the result true if it is belong to the given set. If it is not belong to the given set, what you have got? You will not get a true result. Yes, so same way you can use here, but here we use the round bracket. In the round bracket, what you can write? You can write gender should be from what? Gender should be from this pair. What is the pair? I am having one M and second is F. Okay, and this is the end of my next alter command. Do I need to run this line? Yes or no? Yes. Now here also no error message. Now how can I check this is right or wrong? You can also use the select star from person, but it is appropriate to use the describe. Describe will give you the idea that default value is also set or not. Okay, let me run this thing. Okay, what you can see, we have right now 5 column. What is the fourth column is salary, integer. This is null. We are not setting any null or key value, so that's why we are not updating anything. But here you can see that is the default value that we are having a 50,000. And what is the gender default value is M. Fine. Let me show you the person table as well. This is the table where we are getting. Why they are showing 50,000 in M? Because ideally this column are not present, and that's why whenever we are doing this type of alter query and the default value setup, all the column which are existing in the table get the default values. Am I clear with this thing? Okay. Now this is the end. Oh no, we have to solve the 2.3. What is the 2.3 is? Write a insert statement that add a new person with the name Jai, but explicitly provide a value only for the name column. What they are saying is we just have to provide a name. But we are not providing what is the date of birth, what is the joining date, what is salary, what is gender. Let me see what we are getting in that columns. Okay, you know what was the insert command? Yes, what was the insert command is? Insert into table name. Yes, what was the table name is my person. Now here, as we are aware that we only have to provide a one column with the name of Jai, and this is the semicolon, and here we have to provide what was the column name. You can see what is the column name is NAME. You have to provide that part. Now let me run this command. We are getting successful message. Let me see what was the value that we are getting in a table. That is, this is the table. Joy with the null, but here we are getting some value. Fine. This is because of the default constraint. I hope you get the idea about the default constraint as well as check constraint. Now jump to the last and the third. That is, you read the line first. What they are saying is, you are optimizing the performance of a database. Read the question once again. You are optimizing the performance of database using a CT table, and to improve the speed of the data retrieval and a lookup specification, when the joining stores to their corresponding CT data, you need to create a index of a primary identifier of a CT table. Okay, this is the description, and these are the scenes that you have to, these are the things that you have to accommodate in your data structure. Okay, when we are using the database design, this is the way your design team will give you the idea. Okay, long theory will be provided, but you just have to underline the important aspect that you have to accommodate with the help of your specific SQL query. Don't understand everything, but you have to understand this. Here, what is the word they are using it? We have to create an index, and why you want to create the index is because of this is the reason that we want to optimize the performance of the database retrieval from a CT table. Okay, this is the primary reason. Okay, now here what was the last line is, write a SQL statement that creates a standard non-unique index with the name of index CT key on the CT key column of a CT table. Okay, this is the long line, cut the line in a different words. First of all, do I need to create an index table only in the column that have non-null value? What do you think? I can only create an index for the column which don't have any null value. No, that is wrong. If it is the case, then it will become a primary key. But in our case, we are creating an indexing. Okay, same as what we have do in a procedure, what we have do in a trigger. Same syntax is here to create an index. What was the case is create trigger. No, what you have to do, create then index. Why? And whatever the name that you have to provide. Here also they have mentioned this is the specific name that you have to provide to your index. If they have not provided, you can consider your name, but make sure if they in exam, if they are providing specific name of your index, please consider the same name in your query. Otherwise this will consider as you don't understand the question, and that's why they cut your marks. Okay, here the question is create index. This is the way you have to answer. Create index. This is the index key name. What you have to do now, on is a keyword that you can use here. First of all, you have to provide the city name. This is city is nothing but your table name, and inside that table name, which specific column you want to create an index. Right now we are using only one column to set our index, but in a industry or any specific query, you can club multiple column to represent a single index. Okay, let me create this thing. And what do you think, this will be run or not? Let me execute. Yes, this is the line of code that is says duplicate key name index city key. Okay, it is already been there, so they are not allowing me to add. Now what was the problem is, this type of index key is already been created in a city table. So how can you remove the existing city key? For that you require to use alter command. Now whatever you are doing is you are changing the structure of your table. Okay, in a city table structure also you are creating this thing. So the same as alter query, same as we have used in a creation, alter table, your city name, city table name, and then alter table name, drop index. And now you have to provide what is the index name. This is my index name. Okay, and this way I can drop the existing index. Okay, they are showing alter table city index is successfully dropped. Now let me create again. Okay, now they are showing success message. And how can I check this is the right or wrong? Ideally you cannot see, you cannot fire anything, but it will affect the result. If you have a large amount of data in which you can result will be sufficiently significantly, you can observe the use of indexing. If you have a 10,000 1,000 record, in that you can change the your search result will be faster, and that's why your query result output will getting a less time to execute. Okay, so this is the way you can create an index, and this is the way you can drop a existing index column. I hope this will help you to understand the basic of your null function, table constraints, and the different types of indexing problems that you can solve with the help of index key. And now I want to end this video lecture. Take care, stay healthy, stay happy.